I was thinking, if I recall correctly now, the Mazo Mustangs got upended by Wanakee, right?
We sure did, yeah.
2-1, was it? And now they're in the finals?
They sure are, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a winnable game. It wasn't it wasn't like just totally. Sometimes a 2-1 game or a 2-0 game can be a little bit of a dominance. You don't feel like you scored, but you guys were in control. It seemed like toward the end, and they didn't.
Yeah, just couldn't push the tying run across.
Yeah, but they're a good team. Aren't
They scored in the bottom of the ninth.
In the that's right.
They walked off on us, so yeah.
Tough way to go.
I guess that's why you play the whole regular season, though, so you can have home field advantage in that game. So you have the chance to do that. You know, you get to bat last. So
yeah. But man, you were that close.
Yeah.
I mean, and going in, I think what were you, like 7-7 or something like that, or
7-6 we were.
7-6,
Yeah, we ended 7-7. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that would have been a big upset then.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah.
I think when they upset Sauk Prairie next, too. I mean, but they kind of thrashed them, I think. Or no, they had. I read the article. They had runners and bases loaded with 2 outs, and they flied out to the first baseman.
Did
or
they?
something like that. Yeah, that's how Sauk lost.
Of course, Sauk barely, which is Sauk does that. They barely beat Cross Plains. They were down 5-0 in the bottom of the ninth, I think, or 4-0, and got beat.
Right. Yeah.
So they snuck up on Cross Plains, and then I guess got their just desserts.
Yeah.
For the next game because they couldn't beat the next team.
So did they start those Sunday? Because they play each other, right?
Playoffs, or you mean the Final Four?
The
yeah,
Final
they
Four?
started last Sunday.
Last Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got one more week then.
2 more.
Or 2 more weeks.
They've got 4 teams. Each section has a team that goes there, and they used to do a round robin.
Oh.
Now it's double elimination, I think.
Oh,
so
sure.
like if usually only one team, I think, loses.
Okay. 2
games. I can't remember exactly how it works out because they used to do round robin, but basically they wanted to make sure that last game made, it was worth something. So
yeah.
In the round robin, some teams, if they weren't in it, they wouldn't try, and it's like, oh well.
But yet they still had 2 games remaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, what do you want to talk about today?
Well,
Todd?
All right.
Let's talk about you.
Jim Schroeder's here.
Since you're here.
Jim Schroeder representing the MMC
this is
update.
Right, the Mazomanie Music Conservancy.
Yep. Yeah. And anything you got going with staph infection or the Iron Horse Community Band.
Yeah.
Just tell us, give us a little bit of a rundown. Whichever one you want to take first. But before we do that, I just want to say this, that not promoting the Gandhi dancers. That's fine if we do, but that's taken place. That was this last month. We're doing this in September or end of August. But we went down to the jam tent.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there. And I got to see your big bass ukulele. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting instrument.
It's called the U-bass.
The U-bass.
And true the same size as a ukulele, but it's tuned differently than a regular ukulele. It's tuned exactly the same way as a full-size bass.
Yeah.
And I had seen someone at Gandhi Dancers, a band, and it was a young girl was playing bass for her family band, and she was using that, and it sounded so good.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, I'll go try one out and see. I went and tried one out at Hyde Music and fell in love with it. And now that's all I play. I have 2 bass guitars, electric ones, for sale if anybody's looking for one.
Well, the
do they have does the U-bass have thicker strings as well? Because it looked like it to me when you were playing. I thought, boy, those look bigger than.
Yeah, in this case, they're almost like clothesline.
That's what That's what they look like, actually.
Exactly.
And I was going to say that.
Yeah. But 3 weeks ago, when Gin Mill Hollow played at the Lake Marion, one of their players had a U-bass too, but he had it strung with regular bass guitar strings.
Okay.
So, but for me, I don't get a chance to play a lot, and so those strings are real easy on your fingers.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like I said, it's like playing your clothesline. Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I'm not a bluegrass player, but I'd say I think we might have played about 10 songs or so, maybe 15, and I didn't know most of those songs. I'd never heard them before.
Yeah.
But I was able to play just based on theory. You know, the old country theory where just tell me the key and then it's either the first 1, 4, 5 note. Okay. And so I fit in pretty well there. Had a great time. Made some connections of people whose bands would like to come and play at the
nice. That's good.
Lake Marion or play at on First Fridays. So that's one reason I do it. And it's just enjoyable people. Just never met them before. Yeah. But music, when you have music in common.
Yeah, there's a kind of a brotherhood there.
Yeah. And I was sitting next to a young boy. He must have only been about 15 years old.
That's what we were wondering. I was wondering. I said he couldn't have been older than 18.
He was a picker. He was really a picker. But he asked me, someone said a song was an A. And he said, what are the other chords? And I just said D and E, and he said, oh, thanks. So
that's all I needed, huh?
But he's learning. That's all I needed. And he was really a talented player. Expect to see him someday soon on the big stage.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to, I just want to ask you one more technical question about the bass.
Sure.
So there's the upright bass, thung, 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 that. And then there's the electric bass. And I've heard them and even in the midst of, I think I can tell the difference. And the difference in my ear is that it seems like the strings are thicker on the up. Is that true?
They are, yes.
And they don't sound electric. Now the U bass that you played, that seemed even more more and thicker. Is that true? Am I hitting it right or not?
I would say you're correct there, Todd. Because one reason why the upright bass is so big is before amplification. It had to be able to be heard by other peoples in the band.
Right, sure.
And so that's why it's so big.
Okay.
They do make bass guitar, acoustic bass guitars, which again are bigger. If you think of a mariachi band.
Oh yeah.
Their bass guitar is pretty big.
Okay.
And tune the same. But so there's a lot of varieties. I really found one of the things I like about this is when I'm done, I can just grab it and take it off one-handed. Because the electric one is quite a bit longer and it's a little bit more of a beast to handle. Yeah. But
okay.
I saw you down there. It was so nice and such a nice day. And
they had a beautiful
I was
day.
just so happy to be playing in there.
Yeah. Well, we're recording this at the end of August, and we won't go into the August details because those have already been detailed in the last month. But we do have to get Jim out of here soon because it happens to be a Tuesday, and you have a Tuesday concert tonight. Nobody's going to be able to know that because they're going to watch this in retrospect.
If Jim's running around, if you see Jim running around trying to get things set up,
if you've seen Jim doing that,
but set me back an hour.
Yeah. But let's do the Conservancy, if you don't mind. Do you have something coming up in September?
Sure. Yeah, the first Friday. But here's the interesting thing. The first Friday is September 1st. Okay. So this will be the second time in our Lake Marion concert series where we have a Tuesday concert and a Friday concert.
Wow.
Yeah.
But just the way it works out, the calendar. The last 2 years, August has had 5 Tuesdays. Next year we're home free.
Yeah.
We only have to do 4 shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do on the first Friday, September 1st, 6:00. We're Staph Infection Band is on first at 6 to about 7:15. And then we have a band called the Groovin' Brothers, and they're a 4-piece blues band from the Madison area. Our one Mazomanie resident plays for him, and his name is Rick Becker. He'll play drums for him.
Okay.
Is he the same guy that plays in the bluegrass band that was down at, who plays drums for the bluegrass band, or no? Is that somebody else?
No, that was someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that would be a...
Yeah. So it's but it's really a fine group of musicians, and they become friends of the Conservancy, and they've played for us before. They played at Lake Marion. They've played, and so it's a really a good show. They start at about 7:30. Depends on how long the sound takes for the sound crew to get set up. Yeah.
Which you're the sound crew,
I'm
right?
part of it, yeah. Me and Mike Keyser.
Okay, yeah.
But Mike won't be there, so it's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me that night. But that's all right. We'll get it done. It's looking forward to it. And then we have, for the remainder of the year, we have every first Friday.
Okay.
We
So
have
people can just plan on
a
that.
group.
Yeah.
Right. And if you go to Mazomanie Music Conservancy.org, you'll see the schedule.
Okay.
Links to band bios and things like that.
Yeah.
You can listen to past shows.
Yeah.
Nice.
Could fill your day with Staph Infection music.
Get infected with staph infection.
They've got so many greatest hits albums out there.
Oh, I think I told you, we do have 2
Yeah.
CDs.
Yeah.
I bet probably 15 years ago, maybe even more, we put one together and then decided we just try it again. And we have 2 CDs. The old joke goes, both of them are million sellers. Because we've got 1 million of them in our cellar.
Never heard that before. That's good, though. Probably true of a lot of bands anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but speaking of Mike Keyser, down at Gandy Dancer, I ran into him and I said, "You aren't playing today?" And he said, "No, I play enough music." He's in enough bands. So
Yep. He's really a busy musician, and he also plays bass clarinet for our Iron Horse Cornet Band, and he plays bass guitar.
Okay,
for
and,
it also.
and anything going on with the band?
No, we have our last show in the 29th of August, and then we're off.
Okay, until Christmas.
Until
That's
December
right.
2nd.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're going to start practice on the 18th of September. 18th of September. Yes, 18th of September. And we'll have about 12, 14 practices before our Christmas program. And then we take the rest of the month off of December, and we take all of January off. And then we start back up again in February.
Okay.
So
you kind of connected the Conservancy with Staph Infection. Does Staph Infection have any other dates other than the Fridays?
No, just the first Fridays. Okay. We did way too much this summer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to do, but it seems to be getting tougher.
Huh.
To get all 7 of us together, or all 6 of us, or all 5 of us. Deb and I do play some nursing homes.
Okay.
With Gail Harrop and Lisa Montalbano.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in a nursing home, we may be visiting you.
Okay. You never know.
Yeah, you but those are really a nice. We just have a lot of fun doing those. Virtually no pressure.
Yes.
No sound to set up. You just
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah, and the people
play.
just really enjoy it. I'm sure.
Right.
We would do some music sometimes in nursing homes, and the folks would just eat it up. They just really enjoyed it. Like they like people coming in and bringing some life into the home, and then also just music. People like music.
Yeah.
It livens them up.
It does, and we generally sing a lot of old country songs. So songs that are so familiar to so many of these people, and which maybe brings back really good memories for them.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite songs, it's the Tennessee Waltz. Okay? It was played at my mom and dad's wedding back in 1946. I know I don't look that old, but I was not number one. I was number 5. So, when our band started playing that song, because it's a beautiful song, my mom told me the story of the song.
Yeah.
And I mean, a connection, unknown connection that we would not have known without music.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So we just enjoy playing the old music for those residents, and then we play some gospel too. They let me play along with them during those songs.
Yeah.
So
September 1st is the first Friday night, the Conservancy, and any idea what the menu is going to be, or not yet?
No, we don't quite know that yet, but
There'll be food though.
there will be food and drink for sale. We hooked up with Vessel Cafe out of Cross Plains this year to get food for the Tuesday night concerts, and so we've been talking to them about them catering something for us for the first Fridays.
Good. Okay.
Like previously, we had rookies did our catering for us. Lately, Deb's been making all the food, and then people will bring salads and desserts, and it's a real nice. It's a potluck at times, which is great. You know, and so nobody should go hungry. That's for sure. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, like you said, we're doing this in August, and you've got a concert tonight. You're the sound man, and it's going to be hot, so you've got to skedaddle.
Yeah, it's going to be a warm one tonight. But yeah, it's all fun. But you know, August always was sort of a bittersweet month for me as a teacher. You know, the summer was dwindling. And work was just awaiting me. But I always enjoyed going back to work because I started getting paid.
That's always a pleasant
it's a good
thing.
incentive,
I don't have that anxiety now. You know, having been retired for 12 years. So, but you know, the end of the summer concert series is sort of a, you know, it's you want to think of it as you've had so much fun, and now you have to wait to have fun again, instead of once a week or twice a week, once a month maybe we'll get together and play. So well, yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it anyway. So,
well, thanks again for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll look forward to next month.
Good luck tonight.
Yeah. I do look forward to this, and I promise I'll be on time.
Okay.
I didn't.
You were marked tardy.
I know.
Oh, a couple more and it's a detention.
Yeah, two more and it's a
then
detention.
you're on the couch for, you got to interview us.
No, that's not the detention. The detention is he has to go to the principal's office. But he was the principal, so he just has to have a self-meeting. You got to talk. You got to get yourself together here, Jim.
Yeah, I miss the makeup and hair person today, because I was a little late. Yeah. So
yeah, I miss the hair person too.
You look marvelous.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.